Hey everybody, this is Bill from Tutor Bros. Today I want to go over how to use the SUMIFS formula to sum data between two dates. So this data set, it has sales by day, um, and it's for the full year of 2021. So it starts on January 1st, goes all the way to the 31st of December. And let's say I wanted to sum them by calendar month. To do that, we first need the start and end dates of each month. So we can start typing them out here. The 1st of 2021, the 1st of February 2021, and instead of typing them all out, we could highlight these two. And in the bottom right, there's a black cross, and you can double click, and it'll populate the first for each month. And then for the end date, we can use a formula here. For most of it, we will do equals. And since we want the last day of the month, you can click on the first of the next month and do -1. And when you hit enter, it actually populates the last day of the previous month, so January. So I can do that all the way to November. And I can't do it to December because it'll reference cell H17. And since there's nothing there, it won't populate a value or date meaningful to us, so we'll just type in December 31st. So now that we have our start and end dates, we can start typing out the SUMIFS formula. So we'll do equals SUMIFS, and it's the plural ifs because we want it to satisfy more than one condition. Namely, it has to be greater than or equal to the first of the month, and it has to be less than or equal to the last day of the month. So SUMIFS, open parentheses, sum range is the first argument. So this is the column of values that we want to sum. So this is the sales column, column B. Click on that. Hit F4 to lock the column. And then we'll do comma, and then criteria range 1. So the first criteria is, we want it to be greater than the first of the month. So the range is what we want to match it to. The column we want to match that criteria to. So it would be the dates column in column A. Hit F4 to lock it. And then we do comma, and then the first criteria, as I mentioned, we want it to be greater than or equal to the first of the month. So to do that, you type in quote greater than, equal to, end quote, and then an ampersand, and we're saying greater than or equal to, and the cell we're going to reference is H5, so it's greater than or equal to the first of the month of January. So that's the first criteria that we want it to match in column A. So it's saying sum everything from the first all the way to the 31st. Well, it just says the first at this point. So we do comma, and then the second range is also column A because the second criteria is based on the dates as well. So it's column A, hit F4 to lock it, comma, and then the second criteria is less than or equal to the last day of the month. So to do that, you do quotes less than, equal to, end quote, ampersand, and then the last day of the month is in cell I5. So our formula is kind of covering it, but I can click it here, and it says less than or equal to, and cell I5, which is the 31st of January. So those are the two criteria, and that's all we need for this SUMIFS formula. So you can end the parentheses and hit enter, and you can see that this is the sum of all the values between the 1st and the 31st of the month. So if this is in a chronological order, so if I just sum all the way down to the 31st as a quick check, you can see in the bottom right it says 9,056, which is what we got here. So it seems to be working properly. We can also drag this down to apply to the remaining months. And if I just click one and go over what it says real quick, it says let's sum everything in column B, the sales, that is greater than or equal to H14, which is October 1st, or less than or equal to the 31st, and reference column A for that date range. So let's say, October, scroll all the way down. If it's somewhere in the October month, it'll look at the cell of the sales right next to it and it'll say sum these values, everything between the 1st and the 31st of that month. So that's how you use the SUMIFS formula to sum values between two dates.